Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today my group will present about manufacturing of engines using forging process. So before we start, I will tell you about my group members. The first one is Muhammad Afi Amshar. Next is Muhammad Amirul Izzat, Muhammad Nasrul Hakimi, and last but not least Ahmad Ishad. So, what is forging? So the definition of forging is forging is a bulk deformation process in which the work is compressed between two dies. The metal may be drawn out to increase its length and decrease its cross section. Upset to decrease the length and increase the cross section. And lastly, the metal may be squeezed in close impression dies to produce multidirectional flow. So, what is the type of forging? So it have three types of forging, which is the first one is open die forging. It also known as upsetting. The workpiece is compressed between two flat dies, as you can see in the picture above. And then the second one is impression forging, or known as closed die forging. So some of the material flow radially outward to form a flash. And the last type of forging is flashless forging, or it also known as true closed die. It's surrounded by die cavity. It form no flash, and the work volume must equal to space in die cavity. And then about the forging machines, there are two type of forging machines, and the first one is presses machine. It produce larger or thicker product. It's slow squeezing to produce uniform deformation and flow. It require less draft and have higher dimensional accuracy. There are two basic types of forging press, which is the first one is mechanical press. It produce a preset and reproducible stroke. Production are capable of up to 50 strokes per minute. The second one is hydraulic press. It moves in response to oil pressure in a piston. It's more slower, more massive, and more costly to operate, but usually it more flexible and have greater capacity. The second type of forging machines is hammer machines. It derives their energy from the potential energy of the ram, which is converted into kinetic energy. Thus, they are energy unlimited. It operates at high speeds, and resulting of low forming time minimize the cooling of a hot forging. Low cooling rates allow the forging of complex shapes, particularly with thin and deep recess. To complete the forging, several successive blows are usually made in the same die. It available in variety design, most versatile and least expensive type of forging equipment. So that's all from me. I will pass my presentation to the next person, which is Ahmad Ishad. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Ishad bin Muhammad Yusof, and today I'm going to show you how engines are made. So the engines are made by pouring molten iron into a mold that is made of sand. This process is called casting. Other parts are made by forging. In the forging process, a lump of iron is heated red hot and then formed into parts with the desired shape in a stamping machine. Machines are then used to trim the parts to achieve precise final dimensions. We use these parts as the main engine components and add parts made by supplier to build the engines. Even small engines have about 300 parts, while larger ones have as many as 550 parts. Completed engines go through many tests, and those passing the test are moved to the assembly process, where they are installed in cars.
There are many advantages and disadvantages of forging process. First, we have the process give higher strength products as compared to the casting. A good number of shapes can be made through the process. Low cost operation. Next, a reasonable degree of accuracy can be obtained in the process. The primary benefit of forging is the strength it provides for the complete products. A major benefit to the auto industry is the high production rate of forging. And though some forged part may require after production finishing, the majority leave the forging process with a completed finish and flawless surface. And then we have disadvantages. First, the secondary finishing process are required. The size might be limited because the press size. The maintenance cost of forging process is very high. The metal gets distorted if works below the required temperature. Some material cannot be forged in the forging process. And then, while performing forging operation by hand, you must have a good energy to strike on the workpiece by the hammer. A huge safety required because you are working near more than 2000 degrees centigrade. That's all for me.
Alright, now we will talk about examples of company that use the forging process in Malaysia. The first is TSM Forging and Machining Sdn Bhd, which is at Klang Selangor. TSM Forging and Machining Sdn Bhd focus on the manufacture of home appliance metal and brass element. The second one is Ban Seng Lee Industries Sdn Bhd, which is at Rawang Selangor. Ban Seng Lee Industry focus on the manufacture of electrical and electronic products. Next is Kesuan Engineering Sdn Bhd, which is at Branang Selangor. Kesuan Engineering Sdn Bhd offers manufacturing service, which means the company makes various types of manufacturing such as switchgear, lighting and automotive. Other than that is Unity Forging Technology Sdn Bhd, which is at Semenyih, Selangor. Unity Forging Technology makes a lot of precision shaft and pins. The last but not least is Master Shanghai Forging Sdn Bhd, which is at Seri Kembangan, Selangor. Master Shanghai Forging Sdn Bhd specializing in CNC forging and machining.
Okay, thank you to all presenters. So that's all for our group. Thank you and see you soon.